Hey, Sugarfoot. Hello, Icon Nation. Asa Leveaux here, your icon architect, founder of House of Icons, um, creator of Icon Connect. If you have no idea what it is that I do or we do at House of Icons, we create, position, and monetize your expertise in 4 steps using the icon method. The icon method, which stands for imagine, create, optimize, and nourish. This is day 8 of my $1 million Odyssey, which is the documented road to $1 million in my agency. So that means I have 82 days left to go. Today is Monday. You all are aware that some things have already happened. So, for instance, I told you all about how my car broke down on the side of the road. It's now at the shop. The alternator needs to be fixed. It was definitely an uh, it's not an unexpected expense for sure. So that means I need to sell to make this work out on my behalf. Let's see. So today, being Monday, and I told you all yesterday how I was focused on today, really finding out um, how long the components and the ingredients of something that I deemed my iconic day would take me. I wanted to really know, like truly, I wanted to know. And so what that looked like, so I did. How did I start? Oh, first off, I woke up late. I set the alarm for 7. What happened was I did not get up at 7. I took a Benadryl last night. If you go out to the videos, you hear me sniffing and shit. So, um, yeah, I was sniffing and all that. Took a Benadryl. Ended up waking up at 10:30. Yeah. I will say, it's possible that maybe my body just needed it, and that's why it happened because that was not my intention. But when I got up, I didn't do things necessarily in order. Um, I needed to start getting on calls that I had scheduled because I had woken up, at the time I did. Found out about this woman who is about manifestation. I was listening to her on YouTube, and her name is, let me go to my searches. Her name is Dr. Tara Swart. So I started listening to Dr. Tara Swart today. Immediately follow her on TikTok, follow her on Instagram, because I believe, I hope I'm not messing this up. I believe she's a neuroscientist or something like that, and she has studied manifestation from a scientific point of view. And I am really loving the types of content, things that she talks about. And so I listened to her. Um, had a really good call today. So, a part of the offer that we'll be offering on the webinar, a component of it is the individuals receiving a book. And so the person that actually said yes to us today as a referral, a fulfillment partner, they were a digital marketing expert at one of the big 5 publishing houses. When I say the big 5, I'm talking about Penguin Books, HarperCollins, Simon and Schuster. Those are 3 of the big 5. Because the other 2, I think it's Knopf is another one, but I don't remember the other one. And so what they did is they were responsible for individuals who had invested a large amount of money. They ensured that they so heartily were taking care of their marketing, and that person is going to now be on the team to support and deliver on the promise of our offer. Very excited about that, and it was a really good conversation. It's dope when you have a conversation with someone, and number one, like you recognize each other's humanity. That's amazing. I love that. And not only do you recognize each other's humanity, but you also like the acumen that you both receive, like based on how you answer questions, based on how you pose questions or answers, you immediately know who you're talking to and if they really know what this is about, this world. And it was immediate that the acumen was present. I feel like I can definitely trust my clients with her. It feels really good. It feels really, really good. So I'm looking forward to that relationship going forward. Let's see. And I think I did another call today. Ew, but I don't remember the call. Oh, that was a board of directors call. I'm on a board, and that call was supporting that. Okay, so that happened. I did end up doing the body aspect of my iconic day, and remember, my body aspects include 100 push-ups, 100 bicep curls using the resistance bands. So if you have a resistance bands kit, there's like three different bands: a light, a medium, and a heavy band. So I did bicep curls with the heavy band, 100 toe raises, for your calf muscles, 100 ab rolls. I have an ab roller, and 100 squats. And so I time myself. So I actually, I wrote down what the time I started and the time I finished each one, and it took 23 minutes, excuse me, to do what I'm now deeming the Icon 500. So yeah, the Icon 500, 23 minutes. And then I did time myself doing the 100 emailing contacts cold outbound. It took me um, 90 minutes to do that, so an hour and a half. And so with that information, I did start getting things in order as far as signing up for different study guides and study exam prep materials for the Series 65, like I told you all yesterday. um, so, based on all of that and what I desired to do, I did create my iconic day. It looks like being up at 7, so visualization from 7 to 8:30, the Icon 500 from 8:30 to 9, shower, email 100 contacts 9:30 to 11, virtual networking 11 to 12:40, because 100 minutes of that. Taking calls, so from 1 to 5, taking calls, because I still need to, handle business. So with client calls, um, prospect calls, networking calls, whatever that is, I can only take calls in a finite, condensed amount of time, which is now going to be 1 to 5. Anything outside of that, they have to go to another day. And again, I do not take calls on Friday. I don't. I do not take calls on Friday, because that allows me to catch up on things that I really need to work on or catch up on. So that's why I don't take calls on Friday. And then studying after that, and then finally doing a list prep. So looking at the list that I'm going to go after and sending out those contacts for the following day. So my iconic day is created. Remember, I'm open to suggestions if you all have any, for sure. Let's see, something else that happened today. I'm in Midtown, Oklahoma City. I got a friend of mine hit me up, was like, yo, come to the collective. So I did. I walked over, and I was glad that he called me. He just wanted to catch up, but I let him know, everything that I've been up to. And while I was at the collective, I have a service, Icon Connect, and you go to iconconnect.io to learn more. But I have a service that can help the restaurants at that location. So while I was there, I used the opportunity to pitch every single eatery at that location. It was actually, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So 7 eateries I pitched while I was there. Cause my thing is, like I said on TikTok earlier, there's no excuses. Just because my car is in the shop, that does not mean I need to stop prospecting. I learned a long time ago, excuses are the tools of the incompetent, used to build monuments of nothingness. and those that use them will rarely amount to be shit. So, yeah, do my best not to. I do my best to eradicate excuses. Let's see. I was so when I did finish sitting at there with him, and we went over my offer because I love it. I love showing friends of mine, people I'm close to, what I'm up to, so that I can get a new eye on what's possible. Because it's different. It's one thing to show someone in your industry what's happening, and of course, when you look at it, but it's something when someone's not in your industry and they can have fresh eyes on it. You're like, huh, okay, that makes sense. So I'm all about that. There are so many people you can learn from. Everyone doesn't have to be a millionaire, billionaire for you to glean insight from. A lot of individuals are really smart. You just have to listen and value them. You have to value them. So as a result of that, I was able to decrease the cost of a couple of things inside the program, and that felt really good. So it looks like I was when I first started this, I was talking about having $100,000 program. Yeah, it's not $100,000 anymore. It's more like 150. The program that I have it'll be $150,000 as of today. Remember, I'm using this week, Wednesday and Thursday, to finalize the offer. So right now it's looking like 150,000, and that's on the low end. There are a lot of reasons for it. And however, when we do the math now, I no longer need, or it will no longer take 10 people to make the goal be met. Now just need seven. So that's good. So yeah, I'm 7 yeses. I'm seven. I have to take that in. I am 7 yeses. No, no, no. Check it. I am 7 yeses from $1 million in revenue. That does something to me. It really does. And I'm pausing like this, as Lisa Nichols says, a pregnant pause. I'm pausing like this because I haven't sat down, like ever since we talked about it earlier today, I haven't just resided in that knowing. I haven't allowed myself to become saturated with the reality of that. I am 7 yeses. And it's a beast of an offer. It's a beast of an offer. Hear me when I tell you it's a beast of an offer. Um, yeah. Talked to my videographer today also to get, I just wanted to make sure that he knew the space that we're working with here, my idea around the visuals, my idea around the editing. I'm doing my best these days to over communicate. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but I'm doing my best to over communicate. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but I'm doing my best to over communicate. Mm, let's see. Yeah, doing my best to over communicate. Oh, and so that friend then wanted to meet another friend of ours. So we did that. And that once the three of us got together, that conversation shifted. And I loved it on so many aspects. I love the fact that we are three black men having the most beautiful conversation around manifestation, self-worth, self-love, being easy to yourself, seeing yourself fully, different things that we do on a daily basis that each other could also incorporate in their lives, our goals, our wishes. Like it was such a soul giving conversation. It was terrific. I don't usually use terrific. It was terrific. It was gnarly. I will always love the word gnarly. It was gnarly. Um, yeah, and of course, I showed him the Alpha 2, and I asked him, I said, if you could just do something for me. He said, what's going on? I said, in regards to what I'm building, I said, if you could imagine and expect me calling you or texting you and saying, it happened. He was like the million. I was like, yeah, I like the million. He's like, say less. He's like, I'm getting goosebumps from. I'm like, I'm getting giddy. I was like, exactly. And that's it. Also, in him saying that in response was confirmation that I said it to the right person. Because you desire for at least somebody on this journey to fuck with you. Not saying you have to have it, but I'm a preacher's kid, and now I grew up Kojic. And there are just some things you just can't deny. Some things are not just based, you may have learned it from the Christian tradition, however, it surpasses religion, schools of thought, all of it. Like that whole idea when two or more are gathered in my name. Yeah. So it felt good to be a two or more tonight, for sure. Um, I believe that's it. As far as what I did, I think that's it. Oh, I said I was going to do this more. So I'm going to take a moment to feel the feeling of a wish. I'm doing my best to do this more at the end of these videos. So I love Neville Goddard. So feel the feeling of a wish fulfilled is what he says. And so it feels it feels grand. It feels grand now that I've sold $1 million in services in a condensed amount of time. It feels grand. It feels debt free. I have now paid off every single debtor I have ever had, and that feels sweet to me. It feels good now that people listen. It took me creating this $1 million for people to listen. Not all people, but some people to listen, and it feels good now that I can help them because now they actually listen. They have a reason to listen, and that's okay. It feels good that I'm gonna get to do it again. Like this is just the first time. Wait till the next time. Because I know how to duplicate it too. It feels good to stand in the fact that I'm a 7-figure CEO. It feels good I get to help other people do the same thing. Because I know what it takes. Yeah. The wish has been fulfilled. All right. So as always, I am Asa Leveaux.